everyone, and welcome to Twin
Talk.
Talk, and it is
Wellness
Wellness
Wednesday.
and we are back. Sarah and I came to you yesterday because Sherry was working and did Tasty Tuesday, and then we will be back with you again on Friday for Fun Friday. So, how has your week been so far? One of the things that Sarah and I have we've had a good week though before we get into that, I think, so far.
Yeah.
It's been interesting. We're using this time really, again, I'm working and I'm probably, interestingly enough, working more hours than I've ever worked before.
Yeah.
With this, I feel like it's from daylight until really actually all the way into sometime early morning before I go to bed. But that's just the way that it goes. And so, but I think it's been good. We're kind of navigating through this okay.
Yep.
But Sarah and I have had a conversation and things that and it's touched our family recently too. So what have we been concerned about, Sarah, and just kind of seeing the trend happening?
Just been concerned about people that have been losing their jobs recently.
A lot of people losing jobs, being laid off or furloughed because businesses are not open right now because of the virus, the pandemic, COVID-19. And it is really challenging time financially, emotionally, mentally. A lot of people are struggling, and we are seeing this in our own family. We've had several family members who have been laid off from their jobs, and so, or even completely not just laid off, but their Sherry just had she's a baby nurse, and their whole department they just told her this week that it's closing at the end of this month, so they won't even have their department anymore at their hospital. So she's interviewing right now for other jobs, and hopefully she'll be able to transfer to another hospital or get hired somewhere else. So it is really a struggle. But Sarah and I were thinking one thing that we try to do, we're not perfect at it, but try to make things as positive as possible. And so, she has her degree in community health and I'm in emergency management. So we do try to come out with the most positive outcome that we can. Sarah, what are some ideas that we've discussed and you've thought of too that can help us all during this time, especially if you've lost your job?
So you can take this time to maybe learn a skill. There are tutorials on YouTube or online. You can take a class. There are different websites for that too.
And it's almost at the end of a college for the terms, and so you could potentially even register for a class that maybe you didn't even like your job, honestly, that you had before. And so you're looking for a career change. There's some things that you can do to actually improve your resume that may actually improve skills that you can offer in a new job coming up. So we came up with something that we really like to share with you. And what is that, Sarah?
Personality test.
Personality test. Now, we have taken this years ago, and I actually was without a job when I did this because I wanted to kind of learn more about myself, and the whole family did it. And we are excited to tell you about it. And what is it called, Sarah?
The website is the 16 Personalities, but it's actually based off the Myers-Briggs.
Yeah, Myers-Briggs personality. And did you know that there are people that study people? That's what they do. And so there's some interesting outcome, and we're going to show this to you. So we're on the website here, and it is called Myers-Briggs. And so we're going to kind of walk you through this and how you can use this in your personal life to not only prepare yourself to go back into the workforce, but also potentially to improve your relationships at home. How many people do we have in this household, Sarah?
We have 6.
6, and every one of them have different personalities. And so the better that we understand each other, the more likely that we are to at least be a little bit more patient, okay? So when you go to the website, it's really interesting. You do take a test. And Sarah, you want to tell them a little bit about the whole testing process?
Yeah, so you'll see on the screen where it says take the test. You'll click that.
Right here.
It'll take you through the questions. It takes about 10 minutes to complete.
10 minutes. That's not long at all.
It's not long at all.
Yeah.
And then at the end, you get your results. And then to get them, you'll have to put in an email address to have them sent to you.
Yeah. And we would encourage you, there's a lot of information on this website, not to jump ahead.
Right.
Go ahead and take the test first and then come back and read more about it. Now, one thing we do want to tell you is that when you're taking the test, make sure that you are being realistic about who you are as a person and not who you would like to be. It's who you actually are. Sarah, give an example of one way you may answer a question based on who you would want to be rather than who you are.
Right. So a question might be, you walk into a room full of people and it might say, are you more the kind type person that goes in the middle of it all, wants to be in the action, or you might go in the corner, more observed, and then you would say which type you are.
Right. And so Myers-Briggs breaks this down into 2 personality types, and you're either introvert or you're extrovert. And we will tell you there is a difference. So the extroverted person, and people get this confused a lot, and actually I think mislabel these introverts. So the extroverts, Sarah, what are they doing in these social situations?
They are getting energized.
They are like absorbing everybody's energy around them, and they're feeding off of that, and it actually makes them feel great, and they're all wanting to stay in that. So they're your partiers all night long. Okay, now what about your introverts, Sarah?
Introverts are more drained afterward. They need to go and be on their own.
They're going to recharge alone and in a quiet place, where extroverts are actually charging themselves up in those social situations. So there is a difference. So you need to understand that a little bit, and maybe you have that situation in your own family where you find a individual that likes to spend more time alone. Respect that. They really are using that time to recharge, not that they don't want to spend that time with you. And so we have mixtures of personalities in this household with 6 people. And even in our own, Sherry and I being identical twins, she is an extrovert, I am an introvert, okay? So she charges in groups and I charge with alone time. So here we go. So Sarah and I have taken this test ourselves a couple of years ago. And Sarah, why don't you tell them, and I'll go to this. We're on the website.
So she's going to where it talks about the different personality types. It's called 16 Personalities because it breaks it down into different 16 categories that you will fit into.
And so you can see the I, you'll see all these letters. Don't let that confuse you. Again, there's more information about this on the website. We're not personality experts. We're just telling you what we know, okay? So the I stands for introvert, and you'll see right here. Let me see if I can get that all up on the screen at the same time. It may not fit. There we go. So you've got an I here, and then see the E right here. Introvert, extrovert. That's what that means. Your N means intuitive. Your T, and then you see an F. Let's see where there's an F. You see an F anywhere?
No,
Let me see. I think this one has one here. Whoops. What did I do?
You clicked on it.
Did I click on it? Oh, sorry. Let me go back to the personality type. Somehow I clicked on.
Oh, it's going to be over here.
Where is it?
Click on it. Oh, because that's in the way. Your back button is over there.
Hold on. I got us out here. So I've got to.
Back
button here. Sorry. Okay, there we go. So let me move up. So you'll see some that have, I think I had to scroll down further. So see this F? So I, introvert, N, intuitive, F, feeling, but you'll also see a T, and that is thinking, okay? And then you've got a J, which is judging, and then you've got, see if I can see a P right here. So that's perceptive. And so you'll see those different ones. Well, Sarah and I have taken this test, and we both are introverts. Sherry is an extrovert, but we'll tell you what we are, and we're going to go through Sarah's just here in a little bit. I am an INTJ. So you see a little bit, it says imaginative, strategic thinker, and plan for everything. That's me. I like to plan. Okay, I need to have a plan in place. Sarah is actually an INFJ. So she is an advocate, quiet and mystical, yet very inspiring. So we're going to go here for Sarah and click on this, and she's going to tell you a little bit about how this breaks it down. You'll see all of this over here on the left. It gives you the introduction. Go ahead, Sarah, and tell them.
So those are the categories. It breaks it down, and so it tells you your strengths and weaknesses, how you are in relationships and friendships, even tells you about parenthood, and then it tells you at the bottom about your career paths, like what would be the best career for you and how you would interact in those jobs.
Absolutely. And so this is how you can focus on yourself and get everyone involved in the family. This is, I would say, they're going to need to be older probably teenagers and
really
up,
understand it.
because they need to understand the question, okay, that's being asked. So I would say for teenagers and older would be appropriate for this test. And so it's really, really interesting because it does tell you, even like Sarah said, the career, romantic relationships, if you're single or even if you're married and you're finding there's friction. It may just be a difference in personalities. And if you understand each other better, you can ease some of the conflict. So this is our idea for today, is for you to kind of just reflect on yourself, and it's a good positive way to get involved while you're at home, or you may be off of work for a little while, and just get to understand yourself a little better. So what is the website again, Sarah?
It's 16personalities.com.
And so we're going to go back off of this. Let me see here. And so then you will actually go, and you're going to first take the test, and then we suggest you come back and read the different personality types, and then compare and have fun with it, okay? And actually what is really interesting, I'll point out too, certain types are very low percentages of the population. My personality type is less than 3% of the population. Sherry's is more like 13%, because she's an extrovert. So hers is more like 13% of the population. So it just helps you kind of navigate through life a little bit better, because I think it's fun to know that. So, and then actually what we have found too, that there are some colleges now that are having students take personality tests. There's some employers who are asking individuals to take personality tests so that they can better match you up with different groups and working in groups. So there you go. That's your idea for Wellness Wednesday. And we look forward to seeing you again
on Friday.
So go to 16personalities.com and have fun. Okay. And we do wish you well during this time, and just know you're important to us. And thank you for your support. And Sarah's going to remind you how you can continue supporting us.
We want you to like the Facebook page, and then go to YouTube, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to know when they post new videos.
So thank you so much.
Thank you,
We're all getting through this together. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.